Here, I've got our Amy here. Amy, I've got a couple of pictures of the two kings. King John,
Oh,
who's
wow.
Joseph. What's his name? Joseph, not McGregor. McGregor, is it? Joseph, whatever his name is. And then you've got King Michael. King Joseph seems to come from New Zealand, and King Michael comes from Australia. Well, he lives in Australia. He is English, obviously. He went to live there in
Yes.
1960. What do you make of that then? Two kings now. Not one, two.
I know. I know. Well, they're saying that the new king is going to be Joseph, the first one that you mentioned.
But it isn't. I think I was
And
talking
the
to
one,
James about it, and he said that he thinks the second one, Michael, is the king. The second one is, the first one's illegitimate too.
right. Well, Michael, I think he's definitely the legitimate king, the rightful king, but I know he's not interested. I saw an interview and they told him that he should have been a king, and he said that he was glad that he just lived an ordinary life in Australia instead of being a king of England. So the other man, that's who I've heard in a couple of videos that he is, they're saying that he would be the rightful king, but I don't like him because he's going to call himself king of the world, and he's going to call himself Christ.
Yeah, I've just put him on
to make everything better.
I've just put him on the screen. I've just got him up on the screen up then to see. Yeah, so as we're talking, he's there. King John, you're talking about.
Yeah, and if it's the one that I was hearing about, he's gonna call himself not just king of England, but like king of the world, and he'll make everything better for the people. But I don't king over everybody, so I hope that they won't put him in. But I was watching her executed, and that she has offspring that I think this is what they were saying, that should have been heir to the throne or something like that. I can't remember now, but and they were saying that Elizabeth was, I think it was Elizabeth, I'm not sure if it was the first or the second, but that it might have been the first, that her dad was actually a Russian czar or something. It was very complicated, but the bottom line was that they would put this new king in, and that Queen Elizabeth is not there. She's not there anymore. Like you had your video about the Buckingham Palace with the missing crest and
just so that people know, on the computer I've got this bit where it says this is the one with King William, this one is the one with King John. Just so that people know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and that now changes history again with Anne Boleyn if she wasn't executed. Yeah, it's like, how do we get to here? And she wasn't. All those films they've made, and they've pushed us and everything, and now what the hell is this happening?
Yes.
it gets
I know,
more of a drama every day. Well,
it does.
The good thing about the other day was that we didn't talk to many people outside Buckingham Palace, but the people we talked to were at least semi-awake, because some of them might have thought, no, we're not, whatever land we're on. There were things that they did were different, but they were awake.
Right.
They thought that something was wrong. They were there because they love something to have kicked off outside Buckingham Palace. Get her out! The funniest bit for me, those news reporters, they were waiting in that field for that Algiers television thing, and they were sitting there. They weren't filming, but they were waiting on solicitors. But Marilyn's always had this idea that the Muslims are taking over, and they've just bought that park,
Oh, that's true. I know Marilyn has that idea. That's interesting. Because Al Jazeera was there. trying to get the some kind of news and or whatever. And so yeah, maybe Meriden has
What do
something
you make of
there.
it? So you think also that King William's the right, if it's true and they're not lying to us again, because we know that they make these programs for us, that King William is the rightful king. He doesn't. I mean, when he was talking with Time Tease, I don't know, about a year ago, 6 months ago, whenever the program was made, he was saying he's an anarchist. He wants independence for Australia. That's how he's felt. He's got titles here, and his mum died, and so he's got more of a title. And then his son has his other title that he had before. And then he was saying, "Oh my God," sort of thing. Well, he said, "This is hell." Well, how would you like to be told you're the King of England? And he just, well, I don't want to do it. I'm quite happy in my life here. But that's what he was saying. But the other guy's really going for it, isn't he?
He is. And I'm very suspicious of him. And
it just shows you the power of YouTube. Where did so let's say maybe the King of England go and do his first talks on YouTube? That's the pull YouTube has now. People think it's more important to go to YouTube and talk about it than the press.
I know, that's right.
Unless it's part of the game, we're in this matrix. We're in a matrix of lies, so you never know what's truth, and these people just put it in to make it more confusing for us.
That's what it seems like to me. They just want to make everything as confusing as possible.
It shows you as well. To me, it's just like the physicist thing. When researchers, the awake ones, when we used to listen to them, maybe they sounded all powerful when we were younger. And then when you listen to them now, they don't say anything. They garble. It's just a load of garble. It's just theory that nobody has actually done. Or it's theory. It's always about something that's not real. It's not real. And they have all these, whatever it is, and they talk and they don't say anything. It's the same thing like it's happening with our history. It's like, what is it? The people woke up and started to do some homework, and then the homework doesn't match up all the things they told us.
That's right. It sounds that way. I believe so. But you said that James said that this King John would not be the rightful heir or the rightful king.
But when you looked at it, because we had a talk earlier on today, he said that the second one comes further on, so he's in the illegitimate side now, because basically from Henry IV, not that they are biologically, but it would be termed they're illegitimate, all of them, right down to our Queen.
Oh, wow.
So Edward IV was illegitimate, Henry VII was illegitimate, Henry VIII was illegitimate, Queen Elizabeth I was illegitimate, and anybody after her is illegitimate.
Oh, wow. But, we always kind of thought that in England that the monarchy was kind of like that the prime minister was more the political.
How does that all work? When you look at it all, the bloodline of the UK runs very deep in America, and the bloodline of the royal families with Russia, with Holland, all runs very deeply. And then you've got all the actors playing their parts, which Sparky Lee did. He's brilliant, Sparky Lee.
That's right.
Victoria Beckham plays other parts. They all play other parts. They must be absolutely busy. No wonder it takes so long to make a film. They spend all that time making other films.
That's right. Oh, it's hard.
I mean, I still can't get over looking at that picture of Tom Hanks' wife and seeing Tom Hanks, whether she plays Tom Hanks or he plays her. It's like, how can your wife play you? Like, for God's sake.
I know.
I know. When you know all that, it's hard to then when they come along, you think,
right.
This is really, because anything they give us is real. Anything that's going to happen, we'll never know about. It'll all just happen behind our backs. Because this is the way this system likes it. They make you believe all this stuff that isn't true, so they can go do something else.
Exactly. And somebody said recently, they said, if we know about it, then it's not what's really going on. So whatever they're putting out for us, that isn't the truth of the situation. They hide the truth from us. So I just think it's best to not even look at your
Yeah,
television. Just turn your television off. That's what I tell people.
that's it.
Like
Even
you do
Marilyn used those
too.
words on Saturday. She said, we don't watch television. It's usually my way, but I said telly or something. But Amy, we've been going for 10 minutes. Again, what's your feeling about these two kings?
Yes.
James said that King John came later, so he's in the illegitimate bit. So he's illegitimate. He's not the rightful king. It's King William.
Yeah. Right.
And that's if that's
so
true.
I think
What do you think?
I think that if this guy does become the king, then it's really going to be a bad thing because he is very power hungry from what I've heard. He wants to be king of the world and take over everything. And he's supposed to relieve all the taxes and relieve people's suffering. And that's a false promise to me. And he could even be an antichrist. So I really hope that he does not come to become king or come to power and become king.
Talking about.
Have King William. he seems much better suited. But we were always taught that your parliament and your prime minister were doing the government part, and the monarchy was more just like not. I don't want to say for show, but
the British government voted in a new king. And then the whole of our history is a lie. They've done it. They've got rid of our history in a different way. It's not going to happen, I don't think.
Exactly. I hope not.
This is not going to happen. I heard the King John talking a bit, and it's nice of him to say all those things, but he's obviously very naive, isn't he?
Yes.
That's what I think, to say all that stuff. But we want a world like that. It's not that we don't want a world like that, just that, I don't know. Anyway, this guy here seems much more down to earth, King William.
Oh, and
I mean, if you're going to choose a king, this person here is much more level-headed. But again, I've got it here. So King William is this one, and King John is this one. Amy, as always, it's always a perfect hangout with you, my dear.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. It was great doing this with you.
Because obviously a lot of people are going for King John, but there is King William, and he was out first. And he looks the more biological everything about this person, even his temperament. Come on, guys, we want this one. And that's if this is real, and lots of people have lots to say about him. Baldrick, he was in a TV comedy program and everybody loved him, but nobody has much nice to say about him. So yeah, anyway, Amy, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, my darling.
Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Thank you.